Hi students, welcome to this video module 47. In this module, we will understand driving forces of innovation in tourism industry. Before we discussed in last two modules the centrality of innovation in tourism industry. So that means the nature of tourism industry, how it is involving innovation and creativity, being a very dynamic industry and essential or special industry for nation's economy across the globe. And at the same time, we also understood in the last session constraints of innovations in tourism, and then how innovation is an essential component of service sector. So, in continuation to our last two sessions, now let me just focus on the driving forces of innovation in tourism. So if you just look at the learning objective of this module is to know the driving forces of innovation in tourism industry. So how the tourism industry is exposed to on a compulsion basis for various innovative and creative practices. When you look at the driving forces of innovations in tourism, the one important thing is the competitions. The competition is one of the driving forces of innovations in tourism because you can see that substitutability of different types of holidays, activities, and destinations, and at the same time, reduction in travel barriers, including the travel cost. So these are the two major reasons to look at the driving force of innovation in tourism, because we are forced to innovate in the holiday packages, because the same destination, the same attractions are the main ingredients to design itinerary by various service providers, and how a service provider is using the same attractions and same resources of the destination to design or to plan very attractive itinerary for the customers by adding a kind of value in it, and at the same time reducing the travel barriers, and then further cutting the cost of the entire the tour. So these are the two reasons. As a the competition, now you can see that how it is a kind of driving force for all the activities. Further, if you look at the economic performance, so innovation is one of the drivers of the performance. For example, in terms of productivity, you can see that always the industry is depends on individual the commitment and then individual passion on the job. For example, impact of automatic check-in facilities or introduction of budget flight. So, so when you just look at the innovativeness in the introducing the low-cost carrier, so in that context, you can see that the economic performance depends on how best you are innovative in offering services, right? So the all these low-cost carriers are mainly to expand their economic scale by just slashing their price, and then getting as many as passengers into your fold, so that you can just sustain your business with your innovative practices. So sometimes substantial financial resources are required for major innovations. So all these are the various economic side, the driving forces. Then the third one is demand-led innovations. So you can see that the larger increases in tourism numbers are increasing in the distribution of demand, like the chain is necessary the innovation. So when you have natural demand, and innovation is an essential component. So changing the type of demands can also stimulate innovations. For example, self-catering holidays. So like individual, the specific requirement. So as per that, so one has to have very the creative mind to reach the customer expectations and then requirements. So then the fourth one is technology. So tourism is more reliant on the bought in the technology, so then the technology developed in house. So it is always technology dependent. So the technology is considered to be one of the classic external driving force for growth of innovation in tourism industry. So in that way, so you can just look at the technology, how best you can just redefine and re-engineer the entire tour operations. It depends on the individual. When you look at the further, the farm level strategy and then resources. So the several aspects of the farm influence the innovations, like a strategic aim of the farm, like a defensive and expensive revenue, the maximization or the quality focus. These are the various reasons at the farm level. And the resources level, the organizations, the features of the farm in terms of how best organizations rationalizing the resources for optimal utilization of input in the process of converting all the resources to get the maximum valued output. So in that context, you can see the individual entrepreneurs also is another important dimension. So where individual innovation is important to all types of innovations. Entrepreneurs can be employees within the company who innovate on behalf of the company's entrepreneurs, or leave the company to set up and either own in order to develop a new idea. So like that entrepreneur, so one can become as innovator in the organization and then encourage the employees like as entrepreneurs to come out with the innovative practices in doing business and then satisfying the customers. Then you can see that the role of the state, like state play an important role in tourism innovations. Its involvement in destination management and then marketing. So because the most of the time the destinations are under the control of the government, various authorities, even starting from tourism departments and tourism development boards or tourism development corporations, or even you can see that Archaeological Society of India. So all these are the various bodies protecting the destinations. So keeping in mind the state, the condition and the state provided financial support for innovations, and through regional economic development, the programs involving in public-private partnership with respect to the redevelopment and then infrastructural advancement in various activities. So in that way, you can see that the support to marketing innovation through national and then destination level branding. So it provides a kind of the policy regulations, and then by using these policy regulations, so entrepreneurs can come out with the very innovative practices in reaching the market and then the customers as well. So with this, let me stop here. I think you understood the driving forces of innovation in tourism industry. So thank you very much. Let us meet in the video 48.